Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Teresa Conroy-Roth, and once again, I am absolutely delighted to bring to you today a subject matter expert, someone that I look up to. I call her the Queen of Sustainability at AXIA Consulting because she really is. All things sustainability, all things technology, all things consumer related. We're going to go to some interesting places in our next two series. I'm breaking this down into two series. One, Emily and I are going to talk about consumers and what you need to know. Number one is April. It's Earth Month, and Earth Day is just around the corner. So we're going to spend a little bit of time on that. And then the second part of the series, which we'll be releasing soon, is what CIOs, senior leaders, CEOs, CFOs need to know about sustainability for their organization. So, with that being said, I'd love to introduce Emily Law, Queen of Sustainability. Hi, Emily. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Teresa. This is so fun.
Oh my goodness, it's been a long time coming, and I know you and I have been corresponding and having conversations and attending conferences together on sustainability. We both have April birthdays, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
But tell me and tell the audience, the viewers, what are the top three things they need to know or they can do from a sustainability perspective?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think the biggest thing that anyone can do for sustainability is do something. It really doesn't matter what you do, but do something in some small way. Everything adds up. So when we go into a company, one of the first things we're going to do is conduct a materiality assessment. So we're going to figure out what's most important to the company in terms of their product, their value chain, their consumers, all of that. But you can do that for yourself in a much less formal way. There's a ton out there, and so finding what's gonna make sense for you is the first step. Like, personally for me, I haven't had paper towels in my house for 5 years.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
not necessarily gonna work for everybody, but it works for me, and I've made that work over time. Similarly, I walk to work whenever I can, but that's because I live 15 minutes away from work.
Yeah.
Having someone commute an hour walk isn't really going to be something that they're gonna do.
No.
So you get to pick and choose what's gonna make sense for you. And Teresa,
Okay.
I you started composting in your backyard.
I did. I kind of made it a mission last year, and I have a Miracle Grow. Shout out to Miracle Grow. They've got a roller, if you will.
Mhm.
And we were putting leaves and grass cuttings and eggs and coffee filters and just random vegetables because I think my vegetable bin is the place that vegetables go to die. I throw away a lot of. I should be eating them. I know. But still,
Sure.
we want. I wanted to do. It is hard, but I wanted to do something that I felt good about, right? And so we're out there rolling it and making sure it's moist, and we really took it as this is something I really want to live by, and so
Yeah,
we did it, and it's been fun.
and you did what works for you. So,
Absolutely.
you're not necessarily gonna run out and put solar on your house, maybe not yet, but you found the things that are gonna work within your
Yeah.
lifestyle to move that needle forward, and that's the best thing anyone can do.
Okay. Okay. When I'm thinking about, right, reduce, reuse, recycle.
Yeah.
And, I've heard that term literally since very, very early in my career. I won't tell you how long it's been because then I'll be
Sure.
I was actually part of an environmental affairs group for a pharmaceutical company out in the Philadelphia area. And it was that first reduce, reuse, recycle concept. Explain to me or explain to the audience, if you will, a little bit more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the fun thing about reduce, reuse, recycle is it's in that order for a reason. So it's meant to go in those steps where reducing your consumption of products is the
Mhm.
best thing you can do to decrease your carbon footprint and your environmental impact. The next step down is recycle. So finding options to get those products back into the supply chain, into the circular economy. And then the last one is reuse it. Find as many uses for that product before it needs to go to its end of life. So, reducing your consumption of products, you'd be surprised how much stuff you don't actually need, and you won't miss it when it's gone. So, test it out. See if you can live without. Um, I mean, I always think of like makeup or cosmetic products or things like that. See what you can get away with getting rid of.
Sure.
You'd be surprised how many things you can. And then yeah, it's really just about reducing that consumption overall.
That's awesome. So when I'm walking around a grocery store,
Hmm.
there's times where I'm looking at what do I actually need, what don't I use, right?
Yes.
What has more chemicals in it than say something else? What's more natural than something else?
Yeah.
How do I do that from a sustainability perspective? What do I need to keep in mind?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, reduce, reuse, recycle. You probably don't need as much as you think. Your eyes, if you, especially if you grocery shop hungry, you're going to want to pick up everything. So be really intentional about the types of products that you're picking up and how much you're picking up so you can
Yeah.
reduce that overall consumption. But the next thing, there are two things that I do when I go into a grocery store. One, I never pick up those little flimsy plastic bags for your produce that they have
Yeah.
all over the place. You don't actually need them. I've never really understood the purpose for them. You're going to wash your vegetables and your produce when you get home anyway. So finding like that's a great thing to just cut out of your grocery shopping experience. As well, there are also some reusable products that you can use, which I use from time to time to take its place. But the other thing is looking at how things are packaged. I can tell
Yep.
you my biggest pet peeves is when I go into my grocery store and sweet potatoes are in plastic.
Yeah.
Why? They're already packaged. They don't need, they come with their own packaging.
They
So,
do. Kind of like bananas.
yes,
Bananas.
or oranges. Like
Oranges too.
they don't need it. So, finding the options that have either no packaging when it's produce or items like that, bulk items, bulk goods, but then once you do need to buy something in packaging, there are a couple different materials you're typically going to see. Anything from plastic, which is obviously going to be your lowest on the totem pole. Avoid that at all costs. The next one that I would look for is glass, things in glass packaging. It can be recycled.
Yes.
Downside of it, it's heavy. So that shipping cost, the shipping emissions is going to maybe offset some of that. But the primary one that I would look for, if it has to be packaged, look for aluminum because it's recyclable and it's light. So finding those different areas where you can get those products you need in the most sustainable packaging.
That's great. Emily, thank you so much.
Of course.
I really do appreciate it. I appreciate the insights and the
Yeah.
lessons, and just gives me one more reason not to buy vegetables.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
I love
kidding.
it.
Kidding. So if you like what you see today and you're on LinkedIn, like or repost. If you see us on YouTube, please subscribe or leave comments. Emily, thank you so much, and I'm already looking forward to the next step of the series, which is what you need to know for sustainability and technology. So my guest, Emily Law, thank you again.